I still see the light of those candles, 39 of them, flickering across the lonely kitchen. Their glow stretched across the table, bouncing off the backs of chairs that no one sat in. No chatter, no clatter of forks, no footsteps moving around, just silence. 2 weeks earlier, I had sent out invitations for a simple dinner at my place. Nothing extravagant, just close family gathered for my birthday. My wife had promised to take care of the food. My daughter swore she'd bake the cake herself. I thought it would be a quiet, perfect evening. But then my brother announced his own gathering, a barbecue. Same date, same time, same circle of people. He called it casual, a matter of convenience. I knew better. It wasn't casual. It was calculated. And when the day came, everyone chose him. Even my wife. Even my daughter. So I stood there alone, cutting into a cake she never baked. My phone lit up beside me, 52 missed calls and a single new message. Call me. Urgent. I couldn't help but smile. The first move had been made. My brother and I had once been inseparable, partners in every childhood mischief, shadows of one another through adolescence. He was always louder, bolder, greedy for attention. I never resented him for it. I believed blood was stronger than ego. But years revealed the truth. His triumphs often came at my expense. His charm always had teeth hidden behind the smile. That barbecue wasn't about food. It was his way of stepping over me, stripping me of presence in front of the very people who should have stood by me. And the cut went deeper when I discovered my wife wasn't just attending. She had helped him plan it. My daughter trailed her mother into his orbit, drawn to the brighter flame. That night, as I swallowed a piece of cake baked by strangers, something inside me shifted. I realized I didn't need to shout, didn't need to confront. My first act of retaliation was silence. Silence, after all, is not weakness, it's camouflage. When you're invisible, people stop guarding themselves. They reveal. They slip. I became a listener, a watcher. While they believed I slept, I stayed awake. I gathered. I traced every transfer, every email, every secret. My wife funneling money into my brother's business. My daughter's weekends with friends, that were really spent at his house. Every lie. Every whisper. Piece by piece, I built a case. Revenge, I knew, isn't something you rush. It must be crafted carefully, like architecture. First, I shifted funds quietly, draining accounts they didn't know I had access to, leaving theirs full so they grew careless. Second, I documented everything. Screenshots, photos, calls, paper trails, enough to turn admiration into suspicion, suspicion into ruin. Third, I fed the fire. Anonymous tips. Subtle whispers. Leaks aimed precisely where they would spread fastest. I waited for the right moment, and it arrived on another birthday, his. He hosted it lavishly. Music blasting, glasses overflowing, laughter filling the yard. My wife and daughter were there, glowing as if they belonged to him. When the night reached its peak, I struck. One email. One click. Sent to everyone present. Family, friends, business partners. Inside, bank records, debts, photographs of secret meetings that could be mistaken for affairs. Enough fact mixed with suggestion to destroy him instantly. From outside the fence, I watched. The noise dulled as screens lit up. Smiles faded, murmurs spread, heads turned. My brother's confident voice cracked as he tried to explain. A guest connected his laptop to the big screen, projecting my wife's betrayal for all to see. My daughter ran off in tears, not because of guilt, but because of shame. They searched for me. I wasn't there. Not in body, but in every shocked expression, every pointed stare, every crumbling bond. The collapse came swiftly. Investors withdrew. Friends vanished. His reputation, once polished, shattered overnight. My wife came home 2 days later, hollow-eyed, begging me to speak. I said nothing. Within a week, she returned to find the locks changed, her clothes packed by the door, divorce papers waiting. My daughter defended her at first, trying to turn her anger toward me. But she was too young to grasp the cost of loyalty. Time will teach her. The confrontation wasn't in raised voices, it was in absence. When they reached for me, they found nothing. When my brother needed an ally in the wreckage, there was only silence. And when my wife dialed again and again that night, she was met with the same unanswered screen she had once left me staring at. 52 missed calls. That wasn't chance. That was precision. Now, when I recall that quiet kitchen with its trembling candles, I don't pity the man who stood there alone. I admire him. That was the moment weakness left me. That was the moment their masks slipped. They thought their party made me irrelevant, but it only revealed their undoing. I never screamed. I never raised a hand. I didn't have to. Truth, when wielded properly, is the sharpest weapon. Do I regret it? Not for a second. Regret belongs to those still desperate for acceptance. I have no need for theirs. They built their bonfire on a day that should have been mine. They laughed in the blaze. So I gave them flames of my own, ones they could not extinguish. Now, my brother sits in debt. My wife drowns in disgrace. My daughter cannot look herself in the mirror. And me. I sit in silence, not the silence of emptiness, but of power. The kind you earn when you learn that family is not defined by blood, but by who shows up when the candles are lit. On that night, when I blew out the candles, I made a wish. Not for them. Not for reconciliation. I wished for strength, for clarity, for justice. And as the smoke curled upward, I realized, I already had it.